and I am a part of DC Appraisals. Joining me today is Abigail, Ashton, Callie, Lauren, and Taylor, and we have recently appraised a property in the Georgetown district of Washington, D.C. Our proposed property is a 6-bedroom, 8-bathroom, 7,200 square foot single family home on 31st Street, being sold for $6,999,000. The subject property was first sold on March 16, 1983 for $765,000. The value of the home had greatly increased when it was listed again in 2006 and sold for $5.2 million due to the rising growth of the housing market. The house was not listed again until 2010 after the great housing market crash of 2008. Although the house price had still increased in a value of a small amount since the previous time it was sold, it was not bought for the original asking price listed in January of 2010. The home was listed more recently on September 23rd, 2019 for $7,250,000 and was reduced to a listing price of $6,999,000 on February 5th, 2020. The listing as of April 1st, 2020 was actually removed as a result of the coronavirus pandemic.
Hi, I'm Lauren Fank, and I'm going to talk about the market analysis and the final appraised value. So our home is located in the desirable neighborhood of Washington, D.C., and Georgetown itself has a very close-knit neighborhood. It's really close to a lot of retail places as well as many parks. And its central location is super easy with commuting. There's really no traffic, and there's a lot of buses and trains. And Georgetown currently is actually considered a buyer's market. And so people trying to sell or buy new homes are getting really good deals for them. Some issues with the neighborhood, though, is that it's super close to Georgetown University, so there is a lot of traffic with students and parties and games. And also, Georgetown itself is a very expensive neighborhood, and so sometimes buyers have to pay more for a house that would be valued a lot less.
Hi, my name is Abby Levesque, and I'm going to be talking about the sales comparison approach. So we selected 6 properties that are all within 1 mile of the subject, while most are only 0.3 miles away, and they're all considered luxury properties since they're valued at around $5 million or more. When making adjustments, each characteristic of the house was valued, and if the comparable was superior to the subject, then a downward change was made, and if it was considered inferior to the subject, then an upward adjustment was made. Parking is very scarce in the Georgetown area, and there are historical preservation limits on building garages, so each additional parking spot was valued at $75,000. When adjusting for house size, the comparable house size averaged at $975 per square foot. However, this caused unrealistic adjustments, so we weighted the adjustment at only 40%. The other changes were based off of the average national cost to build each amenity, and after making all of the changes, the indicated value came out to $6,485,953.
Hi, I'm Ashton Gabrenas, and I will be talking about the cost approach. For the cost approach, we first started out with the estimated reproduction cost of improvements, subtracted the estimated accrued depreciation, and got the depreciated cost of building improvements. Then we added the estimated value of the site, and that got our final indicated value by the cost approach, which was $3,244,949. The cost approach is usually used for specialty buildings such as libraries or colleges, so it's not ideal for determining the value of the property that we chose. And when using costtobuild.net to find the estimated replication cost for this property, we determined it to be $1,650,541.
Hey, I'm Callie, and I'm going to be talking about the income approach, specifically right now the direct cap method. So through various sources, we have found that the average monthly rent for a 6-bedroom in the area is $24,367, the market cap rate being 5.35%, and average annual maintenance of $2,000. And using all of those numbers, we came up with a net operating income of $286,017.94. And then to find the price estimate, you would just divide your net operating income by your market cap rate. And we got a price estimate of $5,346,129.72. Now, using the discounted cash flow method of the income approach,
It was under the assumption that the holding period was 10 years, and the NOI for years 1 through 11 we just found on the previous slide, and we are using a discount rate of 3.55%, which was also found by various secondary sources. So we basically had years 1 through 10, and the NOI was the cash flow for years 1 through 9, and then in year 10, it was the NOI and the selling price at year 10. Then we discounted all of those cash flows to present value and came up with a total indicated value of $6,144,426.29.
So our final value, we took all the different numbers from the 3 approaches and they were all weighted with different weights. The sales comparison got the most weight because it's typically used for single family homes just like ours, and its estimate is estimated through properties that were recently sold that are very similar to our subject property, which is why it was weighted 70%. The cost approach was only weighted about 20% because although it is a fair estimate, it's typically used for places such as libraries and universities. And the income approaches were both weighted so little because they're typically used for buildings like malls or apartment buildings that have income producing capabilities. And for single family homes, even though sometimes they are rented out, they typically are not designed to produce income. So it's really not a fair estimate of the final value. And for our property, its final appraised value was $5,763,684.70.
I'm Taylor, and I'm going to be talking about challenges with COVID-19. Currently, what we're facing now is different from the 2008 financial crisis, and like the movies The Big Short and Inside Job explained, the 2008 financial crisis was a result of bad investments from companies and banks, and also bad bond ratings, and the government ended up having to input a lot of cash to help the giant housing market crisis. And so in 2020, the government's taking preventive measures to keep a major recession like that from happening. At the time I was writing the paper, unemployment was at 3.3 million, and that was 5.5%. And that rate is the same unemployment rate that was seen in May 2008 at the beginning of the recession. Now employment has reached 10 million, and the Federal Reserve expects it to hit 32%, which is higher than it ever was during the Great Depression. The government is trying to help out a lot of people that are out of work and have lost income. They've given out stimulus checks that are about $1,200, and the problem is that a lot of these checks barely covers the rent for a lot of people because an average American family of 4, the rent price is $1,471. A lot of landlords are trying to help people out by extending rent payments, and mortgage payments are being extended, but the repercussions for a lot of people not paying rent and mortgages may lead to the same collapse of the housing market as it did in 2008. We don't expect the price of homes to change much, but buying power will definitely be affected because of the loss of income. In the long term, we could go into a recession, but we expect the market to bounce back quickly. But it's really hard to say that for sure because of how long. We don't know how long this quarantine is going to last. We don't know how long people are going to be out of work. But we've already seen there's going to be a decline in homes being sold because even the house that we're appraising right now has been taken off the market. So a lot of the challenges that we're facing with COVID are very hard to interpret for sure, but based off a lot of the things that happened in the past, such as 2008 recession and other pandemics that have happened, the government is taking action to help everybody out and prevent a major crisis like the 2008 one from happening. But that's all, and thanks for watching. Okay, I stopped the recording.